Welcome to the Burning Slow podcast, where I have chimes and nobody else does. What's up, guys?
Hey, it's us again.
Hola.
How's everyone?
Good.
Yeah, there you go.
Getting there.
Good.
We're good.
Yeah, well, there.
It's funny you should say that.
That's why we're here. Yeah. How was
That's
everyone's week?
It's pretty nice.
It's been a week.
It has been a
It's
week.
been a week.
All the rain, man.
Oh, it's doing
Too
it right
much
now.
rain.
Well, so this is the second time at this. Good is the name of the song. And it's a good song.
It's good. It's good.
Okay, well first of all, we only had like 2 lines written for the song, and it was smoking on some good rolling backward, which is your least favorite line.
I know. I don't like them. Don't like it.
Oh, and today Colton has sound effects.
More on that later.
We'll save them for the right moment. So we only had these 2 lines, and then we had the instrumental, and we recorded a demo of it, and our dude Josh Grant wrote pretty much the whole thing. I'm gonna call Josh.
Shout out, Josh.
Shout
Shout
out
out,
Josh. Hopefully he doesn't say some profanities on the phone. He doesn't do
What if you call him? He's like in the middle of like
that. Do I know?
Some afternoon delight.
Why would I know that?
He's like, oh, hold on.
Oh, Cody, you didn't have to go there. Yeah. I can't. What was his number? But yeah, he wrote what he did is he's a great lyricist, and he wrote all these lyrics. And then
He's a
we
great
kinda-
singer too.
Great singer.
Mm-hmm. More on him later, on a different track. Or he was. That was the. He was on East Side.
Stage too.
Here in the stage,
Yeah,
East Side.
yeah,
What am
yeah.
I talking about?
He's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, into the stage.
Watch him not answer.
Yeah.
Right when we need him. Well,
This is a great podcast.
So far, so good. It's going real good.
all right. Well, I tried. Maybe he'll call back.
All right, well, we'll get back to that. So, we really only had a couple of lines, and I just remember, like, this is a super old song. We've been playing this for half a decade, and we only, like, told Josh, we really like this because Matt had just gotten a new vocal pedal, and messing around with stuff, it, like, created this effect that we wanted to keep, like, just that effect, and then he wrote everything around, like, keeping that one little line. But this started out from, like, the second song I think I wrote with y'all, because
Yep.
Give It Up
was the first.
Give It Up was the first one, and then COVID happened, and this was one of those, like, I had some chord progression that I was working on, brought that over, and we sat out here on the patio and, like, hashed out a little, melody, and then just went from there of, like, taking it into the practice space and working on that and jamming that for a while until eventually...
Well,
I had the chorus melody. We had the chorus melody, and then Josh wrote
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah, because originally it was like...
You got a
And
better
then,
memory
like,
than I do.
then that turned into this chorus. But, like, jamming it was just one of those trying to get us all in the same place at the same time during COVID. And we could only go here and go home, so it wasn't like we were doing anything else. And I think that was, like, one of the, like I said,
Yeah.
second songs I ever wrote, hanging out with y'all.
It was amazing how much that song has changed when we
So
actually
much.
like got to like recording and stuff like that. We found out like there's so much like unnecessary things that we were
Yep.
doing with a lot of the parts.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
we
we've
dumbed down a lot of
And
stuff.
we've been playing it for so long, it's changed throughout because the live version is different than the recorded version. And this is not even the first time we've recorded it. We've recorded this how many times that we've never stuck the landing. Like, nah, I mean, it's close, but it's not. Oh, we just go back in and redo it. And
Right.
Now you want to redo it again?
You want to redo it again? Yeah, sure.
Nope, never again.
No, we got this far with them. Done with it.
Never again.
Done
That's
with
that's
that one's
it.
done.
I'm gonna say it. That's
I'm
that's
good
Colin's
on good.
That's Colin's.
Good.
Colin hates this song.
it. Yeah.
It's Colin's least favorite
Least
song.
His
front.
least
Hate
favorite.
is
I
a
like
strong
the
word. I
song.
shouldn't
I like
say.
well, and I'll say this too because it was also one of those things that me and Cody kind of really connect on. Of like, I enjoy the instrumental of playing it. Playing it's fun because we get to a section where it's like, I kept trying to force these pop punky things, which is I don't know, kind of a big influence of my playing and like when I grew up in junior high, a lot of the bands I was listening to. So it has this little breakdowny section. All right, Matt gets to do a little riff thing, and that was always a struggle with trying to convince Matt that like, no, dude, it's cool. I promise.
What riff?
Just like the heavyish kind of pop punky thing towards the end, where it's like,
Yeah, I think
I do like that.
I mean, I know you do, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like every time we try and sneak one of those in or head in that direction, it's like,
that's like
what
the
are we doing
best
here?
part of the
Keep it
song is the
reggae.
build on that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
This new song we're writing is not reggae at all. Really, it's got like 2 little reggae spots, and it's all rock. I'm okay with it.
yeah,
I don't
right.
care.
I'm okay
I think
with it, too.
that's the whole point in this band is that we play music that's not the same. It's always something different.
Well, so we recorded this in the weekend. We did everything. Is there anything different about this one? Like, oh, and I didn't ask
Yeah.
this last week. So, like, when we recorded guitars, this is the first time we ever reamped.
Right.
So, like, what was that whole experience? And like, what was your thoughts on
Oh.
on using which amp on which parts?
It was a little frustrating.
Because
Like,
this has like 2 tones in the guitars, where it's
Right.
like, yeah,
it was a little frustrating trying to figure out what tone was best for what, right? Because like I think we had the Egnator, we had the orange, and then we had Mark's was it Wong?
Wong's the Wong's amp, Japanese amp.
it's purple.
It's
Yeah.
purple.
Yeah.
That one was cool. That's a cool like crunchy tone. It's got you could get like some '90s rock tones out of that thing, and it's really cool.
We had the Black
used
Star
it.
too.
Oh, we didn't use
We
it.
didn't use the Black Star. We used the orange. We used the Egnator.
So amp wise, we have a lot of choices. We got Egnator Tweaker 88, Orange Thunderverb half stack, Black Star. What's that model called? Something 40.
HT40
It's-
Club. It's Club 40.
yeah,
I
it's
think
the Club 40, I think too. Yeah.
And the Wongs.
Mhm. But so you had to go through everything.
And
dry.
Fender Twin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fender
Well,
Twin.
yeah, and that was a little different, like playing everything
Right.
dry too. But also, it wasn't the worst thing. Like
Right.
it made you like clean up your fretwork.
Yeah, you can't hide.
I reamp now all the time. That's my favorite. Like I was doing it yesterday, and I have to. It's weird having to explain it to somebody. I always say it's like you see those pianos that play themselves in the hotels or something, and it's
Yeah.
playing itself.
Nice.
So pretty much what reamping is for those who don't know what we're talking about, is you play the guitar direct, and then after you and make sure that way you make sure that you're getting every note right. And you just use like a fake amp. You use like a digital amp that's in the in your computer, your DAW or whatever, your Pro Tools, whatever you want, Logic. And then after you record it and you get that amp close to where you can perform it the way you want, then you feed that signal, that dry signal out. And then you can mic up any
You
amp
mic
you
up a
choose.
real cab.
Real
Yeah.
cab, real amp, and then and it just plays your guitar part. And it's fun to watch too, because you're like you just see yourself playing it without you were playing it. And then you can move the mics around, and you can like put them in cool spots and choose different
I
microphones.
was gonna say, we use anything
and
weird?
focus on dialing in your tone after, and you're listening to it when the song is in the mixing process. So you're seeing how to dial in your tone while you're mixing the song.
It's like instant color when
Oh,
it
yeah.
comes to like
Just, like,
distortion because it's like you listen to the clean and it's like it's like kind of dainty, puny, and then you add distortion to it, and all of a sudden the balls just drop on that motherfucker.
Do you ever see those like there's like a meme or something where it's like heavy metal without distortion. Every time he does the
yeah.
pinch harmonic, it goes
Wee.
Then we put distortion on it.
And anytime you scoot that mic anywhere around, it's like change, darker, brighter. Mm-hmm. So what mics y'all using then on those cabs?
I still so I was doing it. Yeah, like I said, I was doing it yesterday, and I usually don't move the mics far away unless I'm really trying to get a certain type of sound out of it. Because I'm using for the darker side, I use the ribbon mic, the fat head ribbon, and then I use a 57, and just mic the cones.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I use the Sennheiser little square mic,
The
the
609.
609.
Yeah.
But the tried and true is a dark mic and a bright mic, and the 57 has more bite to it. So if I already have the ribbon, then I have the dark side, and then I can use
Dark side.
the bright side as well.
Use a Les Paul on that?
I think that was the Bernie, or it could have been the Gibson. I don't know. I don't remember because we switched back and forth between tones so much.
That's a cool thing to mention. Cody's a Gibson and type of guy, like a Les Paul kind of guy.
Humbuckers.
And I'm a Strat guy.
Yeah.
I tried to move around to the Gibson. I always wanted to be a Gibson guy, but I can't go back. Once you go Strat, you can't go back.
That's not true at all, folks.
No, well, I mean,
Well,
it's,
then
just,
Mark has
it's just
that-
the way it plays.
Mark has had Les Paul P90s. I've seen a couple
Oh
of them.
yeah, I
that
forgot
we
you
use.
guys have that studio. Was it?
It's a studio. Yeah.
I tried to go
special.
Telly. I like
Special.
Tellys. I tried to go Telly also, but
See, I like the body shape of a Telly, but I really like a Jazzmaster body style.
I feel like on Fender, I like the Tellys better because I have more of that. It's like a thicker sound, more like a Les Paul.
yeah.
But it does still sound like a Fender,
But the
which is not bad.
the
'cause I
Strat's
still
more
dig-
versatile to me. You can do we
I-
could do the reggae and the rock,
No,
and all I gotta do is
some
switch my
pickups, they're
pickup.
noisy.
Well,
man.
no, it's not even.
The pickups
it's not
are
even,
very
it's
noisy.
Not even,
But one
it's
of my
not even
pickups is
pickups.
humbucker.
It's not. I used to play like.
So I use that one whenever we're
Before
playing
I
rhythm
even got a Les
parts.
Paul, I was on a Stratocaster. I was on like 2 different Stratocasters before I even bought my first one. But the problem I had was the tone switch. I kept like hitting it like as I was
strumming? Yeah, flipping between
and
the
I was like,
pickups.
this is annoying. Like it's up here on the Les Paul.
Oh,
it's more
yeah.
like this is on purpose.
You have to do it on. Yeah,
like,
it's intentional.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
So
each their own.
So what do you? Let's name our gear. What do you use when you play a lot? Oh yeah,
Ooh.
you use the. I gotta mention you use your son's Toy Story drum
So
kit.
I do have. Yeah, I bought my son for his 2nd birthday.
I don't care if it's Toy Story or Sons.
It's
It sounds
I love
great.
I love it. So it's like
It's a Tama.
It's a
sounds
it's a
great.
Tama. I think it's called a Club Jam or something, or a cocktail or something. It's like a 14-inch tiny. It's the same size as a snare drum for the bass. And then I bought it for his 2nd birthday with the intention that I was going to use it. And my wife gives me crap about it all the time. But in my defense, I have told her I have made in gigs in this band the money I spent to buy it. So every time we play at the pub, yeah.
So
anytime-
we have 6 band members.
Yeah.
So if we play a small stage, it's the greatest looking thing.
We look ridiculous.
Because Colin's the biggest dude in the band, and his drum set is the size of his
Well,
child.
we've had to play on like flatbread trailers before,
Right, yeah.
Where there's like,
And
you
it's
know,
great. And you make it sound
I try,
huge.
you know.
No space. Well, y'all remember when
So.
Colin will
got to
play.
in the
Colin will
back
play
of
with
somebody's
a hi hat
truck?
and one cymbal.
I will.
He'll play with a hi hat and a crash ride, and that's it. In this
That's
tiny
all you
little
need,
drum set, and like the 2. Well, you always put 2 toms on
Yeah.
it.
And then for live stuff, I have a Mapex kit that I've had for a decade that I've drug throughout every bar.
I don't like
club.
your drum set.
Well,
I'm just joking.
is.
It's not bad.
it's
I
not
play
bad,
on it all the time.
But I mean, it gets the job done. I've just had it forever. I don't have any money, and I don't have any desire to spend money on like
There you go.
wood circles. They
It
all sound the
sounds great.
same.
I'm just
so.
teasing. I'm a big Tama fan, and
I
I've
feel like if
always
we
I've,
had the money,
I
we
didn't
would
choose
see
that. I've always had Tamas. Like every drum set I've had is a Tama. Never had a Ludwig. Never had a DW. I wish I had a DW.
I have a handful of Ludwigs, but they don't leave the house.
I
They're all-
see
I
some,
don't
I
like
see some
Ludwigs.
really nice Ludwigs. There's some country cats that played at my aunt's bar, and they were like phenomenal sounding. Those things are like crazy.
They had those Ludwigs with the big old kick drums with the 24.
Yeah.
Them things are ridiculous.
Yeah, I've got a vintage kit that's got a 22. But see, the thing I like about those is that the depth of those kick drums is it's half the size of like what modern drums are. Like a 14 is what an old vintage is, but what it does is it moves air faster. So when you hit it, it vibrates that front head quicker than it does for a longer drum. So it just has science. Yeah,
Well, okay. Let's go to Colton then. He's a drummer.
you've upgraded.
What is your drum set?
Oh,
No, your
My
your
drum
your,
set
your
or
actual
my-
no your actual drum set.
I'm gonna. Shit, what do I play?
You have a Pearl.
I see him
Yeah, I
having
do.
one of these Frankie kits.
You have Pearl, and so that's what you use.
Everything. I'm a Pearl guy, I guess.
See, I used to-
for
that
your
was my-
congas too.
That was my first drum set I ever got was a Pearl. My dad bought me for my 14th birthday was a Pearl Forum. And
I don't
I
remember the
love
model.
Pearl stuff.
I did have. I took that. I had a Pearl at one point in time. That was like the first. And that was just terrible.
Hey, calm
I
down.
had like the no. I mean, I had the beginner version. Is why it was bad. Their pearls are good. But your congas are Pearl.
Pearl Elites.
You got some really nice ones.
Some LP congas.
And bongos.
Sick ass chimes.
Sick ass chimes.
LP
And that
again.
beautiful sample pad you got
That's
there.
the second one.
I just hit one at random. I don't know what that was.
What a bad one to pick. Bag up, Terry. Bag up. You got to hit the backup one.
Put it in reverse.
Bag up.
Bang up.
Stupid.
That. I love backing up Terry.
I mean, that was a great addition to Colton in this band, anyways, because I used to try and do the sample pad duties, and it was just
a lot to do.
It was just a lot going on, and like the freedom of you being able to do that has brought a lot to the
Yes,
live
dude, it's
show.
made the band so much better. At first, I was kind of worried about like giving you something to do because our last conga player, all he did was have congas. You know, he didn't have
From
anything.
what I heard, he kind of sucked.
We're gonna cut this.
We're gonna edit that.
We're gonna edit that part out.
Nope, I gotta
I'm
keep
just
it in
kidding.
there.
Shut up. Beep that.
That is messed up. All right. So
That's
anyway,
definitely staying in.
That was mean. I'm just kidding.
No, he's not.
you can't
Look
take
at
it
him.
back
He
now.
looks
You
like
can't bag
Satan
up.
over
You can't
there.
bag up, Derek.
Just kidding. I'm the best.
But
Well, no
I
one
was
did-
worried about you having things to do, and then with the sample pad and the chimes, and you have a cymbal swells now. Like you have plenty to do there.
When he
And
runs
now
out-
you're going to start doing vocals.
When he runs out of stuff to do, he just dances.
Yeah.
And that's another
now
thing.
you have to make him a singer.
He just dances. Oh yeah, now he's
Oh, and he
sing.
dances.
I'm the salt and pepper to this
For sure.
white person band.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I mean, Renzo's Peruvian.
Yeah, but he's
Oh.
never here.
See, our
Where you
bass.
at,
There we
Renzo?
go. Our bass player.
He's here in spirit.
That's
okay,
fair.
he just like hiding in the shadows.
One of these weeks
That's
we'll get
fair.
him in.
Well,
here.
we'll talk for him. He uses a Mark bass, and I convinced him to get a Warwick, and
Yep.
then I chipped the
then
paint
you-
on it.
Or someone did. We cannot confirm nor deny.
Nope.
I don't
Nope.
remember doing it. I'm not lying.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was Matt.
So-
I just
It
know
could
that
very well have been me.
I have a Les Paul.
I
that
gave
has
it
a-
to our neighbor to fix
Fix
the jack.
input jack. Yeah.
And when I got it back, I had a nick in it.
Well, if
but
you-
I don't think he did it.
No.
I think
Well,
I
he-
gave it to him like
Well,
that.
if you're looking at the Colton and Jeremy camera, to Colton's left elbow, it was hanging on the wall.
yeah,
Yeah,
and a rapper could have probably
We
knocked
just
it.
happened to notice one day that it had a little ding in the front of it. He had just
He
got
just
too.
bought
He
it.
just got
And I'm the one that convinced him to get a Warwick.
yeah, and it's beautiful. It's like blue, and you can still see the wood grain in it.
Still works fine.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Nobody can
Warwicks
see the
are-
little ding
yeah.
unless you.
No, yeah, you
Get
gotta get
close
it.
to
You
it.
gotta get it in there. You probably could have filled. I think Dave even said he could have filled it in, but he was like, "Don't worry, you've done enough. Just give it back."
Just give it right back to him. Renzo said, "It's okay. The more you talk about it,
Yeah, the more
the more
mad
mad I get." I was like, "My bad,
Okay,
dude.
man.
I keep
I get.
apologizing."
I'm sorry.
And you
repeating
wonder
myself.
why he's not on this podcast right now.
All right, last but not least, Jeremy.
Jeremy.
I used to teach you guitar and drums when you were like 12 years old, like 10 or 12 years old.
Yeah.
And because I've been friends with your dad forever. And the funniest story is, so Lawrence is Jeremy's dad, and he's always around, and he's been telling whenever Jeremy, you started playing saxophone in high school band.
No, it's actually junior high when I was like 13.
Well, whenever he was asking this, you were in the high school band playing sax, and he asked me if you could be in the band. He goes, "Put my son in your band. Put my son in your band." I said, "Well, Lawrence, we don't need another band member if he's just playing sax. He's gonna be standing around not doing anything." And then I said, "If he learned how to play piano, then we can put him in the band because he can play piano and sax." And then Jeremy's smart ass figured out how to do it in 1 year, learned how to play piano, and then he's been in the band for like 6 years now.
Yeah.
6 years. So you get to play. You have a Nord. Run through your gear for me.
I have a Roland FA06 and a Nord Electro 6D. Well, there is such thing as a stage, but those are like the Nord Electro on steroids version.
On steroids.
Yeah.
And then
Which
you
means
have
money.
and pedal wise, you have a delay pedal.
Right. I have a Space Echo, which Matt is using right now.
Yeah,
Matt, get it back.
I knew that was coming.
Well,
Yeah.
wrap it up.
Mine
That's-
broke, and
That's
I
the pedal
gave
that inspired
Jeremy.
this song.
Hey, I gave Jeremy. I got to use the Space Echo for the
Well,
vocals.
that's what I'm saying.
I was gonna use the DD20 on the vocals, but I was like, well, that's better for piano and guitar anyway. So Jeremy's using my DD20 delay, and I just have like a tap delay that I had laying around somewhere. So I use that. It's a tap delay reverb.
It still sounds good though. That tap delay is actually pretty awesome.
I know. The only thing I don't like about this pedal is I have to hold down the button to get it into tap mode. Whereas the DD20, you just put it on tap, and you can just tap it out.
I think mine's programmed different. Like I have to hold down mine too to like.
So if it's the next song, I have to hold it down in order to turn off the tap,
Oh, I
and
see.
then re-hold it to engage the
Oh,
tap,
I see.
and then tap
Okay.
it, and that's booty.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, don't have
I don't like doing
That's,
that.
that's booty.
That's booty.
Brother, ew.
Oh, where's it at? Where you at? Come on, Red Band.
Sorry.
That's why I gave him the Mortal Kombat sounds, because you know how Adam Ray goes, hit me one time, Red Band.
Well, that's Jeremy's story. Colton, what's your story? What'd you start playing?
Huh?
When'd you start playing? What'd you start playing?
We're giving backgrounds now?
I don't know. We got nothing else to talk about.
I mean, we already
I
got
started playing
it.
bass in church.
You played bass in church?
See, now we're getting into it.
Oh, trumpet before that. No, not trumpet, trombone. But I wasn't great.
I don't believe you.
I wasn't.
Well, that was a short story.
I was just enough. I was just good enough. I was just good enough to not be the last chair.
That's all that matters. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to be that guy. Second to last, because last chair was my buddy.
See, my wife had a philosophy like when she was auditioning, it was like never be first because then they give you solos.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like you don't want to do that.
Well, cool. Yeah, I think that's the gist of today's.
That's it.
Yep. All right.
But Good Good's a
Till
good
next
song.
week.
Check
Until
it
next
out.
week. What's happening next week? What's the next song?
What are we doing next?
What is the next
Lately.
song? Ooh.
Ooh, which is up to 8,000 streams.
It's gonna be a
Lately.
good one. I love that song.
It's a good one.
All right.
It's for next week.
Bye.